Hello, my name is Jessica Linder Gallo, and I'm the President and CEO of the Aurora Regional Chamber of Commerce. We're here today to talk to you about the Aurora Chamber Health Plan. Across the country, employers in recent years have found themselves struggling to manage the costs of their benefit plans and to meet the needs of employees. In a tough hiring market, great benefits have become a way to compete, and I know it's been very difficult for many of our members to do that. The Aurora Chamber Health Plan was organized to provide strong alternative health plan to help employers with these challenges by creating a larger pool with quality health insurance and reliable providers. You're going to get to meet some of those agents that are helping provide this today. So with us today to talk about the Aurora Chamber Health Plan and how it can serve you and your business is Klaus Knuth and Brian Steiner from the team at Konen Insurance. Klaus, Brian, I'll let you take it over.
Thank you, Jessica. We're honored to be here today. So one of the things that we want to go through with you today is how this can be of benefit to you. And then we'll also have some follow-up that you can view as well to help expound upon how this will be beneficial to your employees. And so as we get into why this plan would be beneficial to you and how it can benefit you is that there aren't a lot of good options in the marketplace today, or a lot of different options in the marketplace today. You have vanilla, and then you have vanilla with sprinkles. So what we'd like to think here is that this flavor of ice cream is going to be a little bit of Neapolitan. You're going to have a lot of different options that you can choose from. And we believe that this is going to provide you with a great alternative to the traditional carriers that we see so often in the marketplace. The premium savings on the slide here, it says 5 to 15%. And the 5 to 15%, to be very specific about that, would be 5 to 15% off of what you would have gotten had you gone to our carrier on your own rather than going through us at Konen and the Aurora Regional Chamber. In the marketplace, we have seen this carrier, our carrier, be more competitive by 25 to 30% over traditional carriers. And so we are able to drive significant cost savings to our clients, more so than what we even thought was possible at first blush. And Brian, do you have anything that you want to elaborate with that?
Yeah, just give you a couple things there. One of those reasons is that we are underwriting each one of our groups, that we are a little different than the ACA that's out there, where we take all, no questions asked as far as conditions within the group. So we're kind of going back a little bit in time, that you're underwriting each group, and generally that will help the rates dramatically for your group. If you're a group, for example, it has young single males, your rates don't look very, very well. So that is where our secret is, that we can underwrite our risk in the group, and generally that's going to help you out rate-wise as an employer.
And that's a great point, Brian, too, with medical underwriting, because today, if you're a young, healthy group, whether you have young, healthy males or young, healthy ladies, with ACA rates, you're just going to be given a standard street rate, and so you're not going to get the credit for the health of your group, whereas with underwriting, you have the opportunity to get the health credit that you deserve. And that's one component, right? That's the jazz. That's the appeal, is the rate savings up front. But what about rate savings over time? So we have built several of these programs like we did with the Aurora Regional Chamber. And in one of our partner associations, we have about 20 employer groups that have purchased this program over the course of the last 2.5 years. And we have about 20 employers in the pool right now that represents right around 300 employee lives. And we have clients that have from 3 employees all the way up to 70 covered employees. And our average renewal with Medova, with Healthy Lifestyle Plans, the carrier that we're talking about here, is 5%. And so when we think of renewals that happen in the marketplace today, trend, meaning the insurance company says that's what healthcare costs are going up every year, is averaging 7 to 11%. And when we look at that, then they have medical inflation that takes place beyond that for the risk in their pool. So you can have easily a 15 to 20% increase. And again, our average is right about 5%. So we're going to be able to drive much better rate sustainability to you and to your employees. That's going to keep you from having to adjust deductibles and copays like you would under a normal circumstance. one of the ways that we can achieve that success is by addressing population health management and cost management at the same time. So population health management, that's going to segue into the next bullet point here, is that we have an integrated wellness program in all plan designs at no additional cost. I will be the first to admit that I am not the biggest proponent for wellness, because I think wellness is this vague word that nobody really knows what it means, and there's no actionable items that support the wellness initiative, which means that you as an employer pay more to have a wellness program and to have a health plan, and you're not getting value out of it. Medova Healthy Lifestyle Plans has an integrated wellness program that actually has teeth to it. And we'll get into that a little bit more in the next session. But just know that when you see wellness along with our plan, it actually has meaningful and tangible results for you and for your employees that will help drive that rate sustainability that we just talked about. We also have 16 plan design options available, and you can have 2 to 4 different benefit plans along with your core offering, just depending on how many employees you have that sign up for your health plan. And they range from your traditional PPO model all the way up to your health savings account models that you might have today. Level funded group medical plans, which means, again, these are underwritten. And one of the best benefits of a level funded plan is that you get money back if you don't spend all the claims dollars. So if we have $30,000 allocated toward payment of medical claims and you don't spend all $30,000, you have an opportunity to get that money back. Brian, any elaboration on anything we've talked about so far?
I think you've done a great job explaining so far, yes.
Awesome, thank you. All right, well, let's go on. So deductible credit incentives, credit matching program, and bonus bucks, cash rewards. So when I said the wellness program has teeth to it, these are some of the things that we mean that actually provide the teeth for your employees. And we'll cover this in the next edition of this video series that you're going to see from us. So Brian, would you please go through the next bullet point here and talk about cost containment strategies?
Yeah, I'll just come back just a second on the wellness piece of it though. You definitely, as the employer, want to encourage each employee to take advantage of the wellness. It will save them $500 in deductible credit, but also for you as the employer, you could, in essence, you could bump up your deductible by $500, save premium dollars. An employee just has to do 2 items and they're back to the deductible that they were prior. So it's going to save you money as the employer as well too by doing that. But we do have some cost containment strategies that we have put in place. These are your higher touch points, if you will. So outpatient imaging and surgery services, do encourage that to be performed at an outpatient setting whenever possible. As we know, at going to a hospital for the services, you're going to see dramatically higher costs associated with that. So when that pre-cert comes into Medova, they will work with your provider and with you as the member as well too, that to the most cost-effective setting. And generally that is going to be at an outpatient freestanding facility. Emergency room utilization, of course, with our telemedicine, we've kind of got a ladder there where members can receive services. So whenever possible, if we can do the on-call med, 0 copay. It's going to save the employee money. Then the primary care physician, your specialist physician, urgent care, and emergency room. So emergency room is of course appropriate based on the need at the time. We just don't want the employee to be going there for the sniffles. It's very cost prohibitive by doing that, very expensive. So when we try and encourage the appropriate use of care. Generic drug utilization. Of course, whenever possible, you're going to dispense generic drugs. Whenever possible, it's going to save the plan money. It will save the employee money as well too. Implant cost containment. These are for, hip replacement, knee replacement, these type of things. So again, with the outpatient pre-certification in place, we're going to direct that care to the most cost-effective facility, and does not mean cost-effective. Does not mean low outcomes. Generally, if we're going to a facility that's doing a lot of knee replacements versus a facility that's doing very few, it's going to be a better outcome and a better price. Of supply and demand, if you will. Especially in medication injectables, we do have criteria on that as far as those particular drugs can be very, very expensive, and we do have alternatives in that area as well too. So back to you, Klaus.
Awesome. So you might be thinking, how do I find out more? Well, if you want to see how this would look for you and your organization, please plan a meeting with one of us at your team at Konen, either Jerry, Brian, Nick, or myself. You can call us at 630-897-4239 or email us at info@konen.com. We look forward to speaking with you and look forward to see you soon. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, Brian, Klaus. It's really helpful to hear all this information for all of our members. And really, we heard today a lot of great stuff. So we said in the beginning, we know there are some challenges with trying to provide really great benefits to employees. And I think in today's presentation, hopefully you heard that these are some great ways to address them. And it's worth going to take a look and see what they could provide for you. It's no pressure, and we really want you to have a chance to get your questions answered. So we encourage you to reach out to our partners at Konen Insurance and have a chance to look at that. Join us next time in our next video as we talk about some of the benefits to employees with the Aurora Chamber Health Plan. Thanks so much.